Have you ever wondered what sets highly effective people apart from the rest? How do they seem to excel in every area of life, while the rest of us struggle to keep up? The answer lies in 7 simple yet powerful habits. In his groundbreaking book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, Stephen Covey introduces us to timeless principles that help individuals take control of their lives, achieve their goals, and, most importantly, find fulfillment. With over 25 million copies sold worldwide, these habits have transformed the lives of CEOs, entrepreneurs, athletes, and everyday people. But the good news? These habits aren't reserved for the elite. They are principles that anyone can adopt. So, whether you're looking to be more productive, achieve long-term success, or simply find more happiness, these habits are the blueprint to follow. Today, we'll break down each of these habits, show real-life examples of how they've changed lives, and explore actionable steps you can take to start applying them today. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll have everything you need to become a more effective person. Habit 1. Be proactive. The first habit of highly effective people is being proactive. What does that mean exactly? At its core, being proactive is about taking responsibility for your life. It's about realizing that you are in control of how you respond to circumstances, rather than letting external factors dictate your actions. Stephen Covey puts it perfectly. I am not a product of my circumstances. I am a product of my decisions. This simple yet powerful mindset shift is what separates highly effective individuals from the rest. They understand that, while we can't control everything that happens to us, we can always control how we react. Take Viktor Frankl, for instance, a Holocaust survivor and psychologist. Despite facing unimaginable suffering, Frankl chose to focus on his response to those circumstances. He realized that while the Nazis controlled his physical environment, they couldn't take away his ability to choose his attitude and outlook. This proactive mindset helped him survive one of the darkest periods in human history. In our everyday lives, being proactive could be as simple as taking charge of a project at work instead of waiting for instructions, or deciding to address a difficult conversation rather than avoiding it. This habit empowers you to stop blaming your circumstances and instead create opportunities by taking action. Being proactive isn't just about taking initiative, it's about owning your choices and realizing that you always have the power to make decisions that shape your life. And this, as Covey explains, is the foundation for all the other habits to follow. Habit 2. Begin with the end in mind. The second habit is all about having a clear vision of where you want to go. Stephen Covey emphasizes the importance of knowing your destination before you start the journey. This habit encourages you to define your personal, professional, and life goals early on so you can create a pathway to achieving them. As Covey says, begin with the end in mind. It's not just about setting short-term goals, but about understanding your ultimate purpose. Think of it as creating a personal mission statement, one that guides every decision and action you take. Take Elon Musk, for example. When Musk co-founded SpaceX, his end goal wasn't just to build rockets. His mission was far grander, to make space travel affordable and eventually colonize Mars. By having this long-term vision, he and his team at SpaceX were able to overcome obstacles that seemed impossible to others. It wasn't the short-term success that mattered, but the ultimate goal that kept them on track. In your personal life, this could mean thinking about where you want to be 5 or 10 years from now. Are your daily actions and habits aligned with your long-term vision? Whether you want to build a successful career, start a family, or achieve personal growth, knowing the destination helps you make better choices today. Starting with the end in mind is not about being rigid, but rather about having a compass that keeps you focused on what really matters. It's about creating a vision for your life and making sure every decision you make moves you toward that vision. Habit 3. Put first things first. The third habit is about prioritizing what truly matters in your life. It's easy to get caught up in urgent tasks that demand immediate attention, but not all of these tasks contribute to your long-term goals. Covey teaches us to focus on what's important, not just what's urgent. He famously said, "The key is not to prioritize what's on your schedule, but to schedule your priorities." This means organizing your time around the things that align with your values and long-term goals, even if they don't feel urgent right now. Consider Warren Buffett, one of the most successful investors of all time. Buffett is known for his ability to focus on what matters most. When asked about his secret to success, he once said that the difference between successful people and very successful people is that the very successful say no to almost everything. By putting first things first, Buffett has consistently invested his time in what yields the greatest returns over the long term, both in business and in life. In practice, putting first things first means taking the time to plan your week, setting aside time for the activities that contribute to your long-term vision, whether it's exercising, learning new skills, or spending quality time with loved ones. It's about having the discipline to say no to distractions so you can focus on what really counts. This habit isn't just about time management, it's about life management. It's about aligning your daily actions with your most important values and goals so that you're not just busy, but truly productive. Habit 4, think win-win. The fourth habit is all about fostering mutual benefit in your relationships. Thinking win-win means approaching every interaction with the mindset that both parties can come out ahead. It's not about winning at someone else's expense. It's about finding solutions that make everyone better off. As Stephen Covey puts it, win-win is a belief in the third alternative. It's not your way or my way, it's a better way. This mindset is powerful because it moves beyond competition and into collaboration, where both sides can succeed together. A great example of thinking win-win is the negotiation that led to the collaboration between Apple and record companies to launch iTunes. Steve Jobs knew that to launch a successful digital music store, he needed the cooperation of the music industry. Instead of trying to push his own agenda, he worked to find a solution where both Apple and the record labels would benefit. The result? iTunes revolutionized the music industry by making digital music easily accessible while allowing record labels to profit from legal downloads. It was a true win-win. In everyday life, this habit can be applied in many situations, whether it's in business negotiations, personal relationships, or even group projects. By shifting your mindset to focus on mutual benefit, you foster trust and cooperation. This leads to stronger relationships and better long-term outcomes. Thinking win-win is about moving beyond selfish interests and embracing the idea that collaboration and cooperation are the keys to sustainable success. Habit 5, seek first to understand, then to be understood. The fifth habit is about empathetic listening. It encourages us to truly understand others before we expect them to understand us. Too often, we listen with the intent to reply rather than to comprehend. Covey emphasizes that highly effective people prioritize understanding the other person's perspective before sharing their own. As Covey explains, most people do not listen with the intent to understand, they listen with the intent to reply. This habit is about changing that mindset and making a conscious effort to really hear what the other person is saying. A great example of this can be found in leadership. Consider former U.S. President Abraham Lincoln. During his presidency, Lincoln faced a deeply divided nation. His ability to listen to opposing viewpoints, even from those who disagreed with him, helped him navigate through one of the most tumultuous times in U.S. history. By seeking first to understand, Lincoln was able to find common ground and make decisions that ultimately benefited the country. In your daily life, this habit can improve both professional and personal relationships. Whether it's at work, with friends, or at home, the ability to listen deeply to others fosters stronger, more trusting connections. It's not just about hearing the words, but understanding the emotions and intentions behind them. Practicing this habit can transform your relationships by building trust and creating a space for mutual understanding. Habit 6, Synergize. The sixth habit is about working together to achieve more. Synergy means that the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. When individuals with different strengths and perspectives come together, they can create solutions that are far better than what any one person could have done alone. Covey describes synergy as, "Synergy is better than my way or your way, it's our way." This habit encourages collaboration, where everyone's strengths are used to create innovative results. Think of a championship sports team. No single player can win a game on their own. It's the combination of the entire team's talents that leads to victory. Take the 1992 U.S. Olympic basketball Dream Team, for example. While each player was an individual star, their success came from combining their unique talents into a cohesive unit. Their teamwork created something far more powerful than individual effort alone. Synergy is essential in both personal and professional life. When we collaborate with others, whether in a work project or within our communities, we can achieve far more together than we ever could on our own. The key to synergy is embracing differences. Instead of seeing them as obstacles, we can leverage diverse perspectives to create innovative, win-win solutions that benefit everyone involved. Habit 7. Sharpen the saw. The seventh and final habit is about self-renewal. Covey calls this habit sharpen the saw, which refers to taking time to care for yourself so you can stay effective in the long run. It's about maintaining and enhancing the 4 dimensions of your life: physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. As Covey says, sharpen the saw means preserving and enhancing the greatest asset you have, you. This habit reminds us that we can't be effective if we're constantly burning out. We need to regularly recharge in all areas of life. Consider Bill Gates. Despite being one of the busiest and most successful people in the world, Gates has always made time for self-care. He's known for taking think weeks, where he steps away from his daily responsibilities to read, reflect, and recharge. This time of self-renewal allows him to return to his work with fresh energy and new ideas. In your own life, sharpening the saw could mean setting aside time for exercise, learning, meditation, or spending time with loved ones. It's about balancing work and life to avoid burnout and keep growing as a person. Benefits of the 7 habits. By adopting these 7 habits, you can transform your life in profound ways. These habits help you become more productive. You'll focus on what really matters and take charge of your time. More successful. You'll build stronger relationships, achieve your goals, and find solutions that benefit everyone. Happier. By aligning your actions with your values and taking care of yourself, you'll create a life filled with purpose and fulfillment. These habits are more than just techniques. They are principles for lasting success. How to implement the 7 habits. Implementing these habits doesn't happen overnight. Start small, focus on one habit at a time, and be consistent. Here's how you can begin. Start small. Focus on mastering one habit at a time. Make it a habit. Repeat the actions regularly until they become second nature. Be consistent. Keep practicing, and over time, these habits will become an integral part of your life. Remember, change takes time, but the results are worth it. If you're ready to transform your life with these 7 habits, don't stop here. Read the book for an even deeper understanding. Watch this video again to reinforce the ideas, and most importantly, start practicing these habits in your own life. The power to change your life is in your hands. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this summary, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more content like this, and be sure to share this video with your friends and loved ones.